Hello, everyone. This is my instant match reaction after the Tamworth 0, Tottenham Hotspur 3 FA Cup third round game. I'll be honest, at times it was like pulling teeth. Tamworth took Tottenham to extra time, and I have to admit, hands up, I was doing a watch along, and I didn't even realise that there would be extra time. I thought that Spurs had managed to find a way to only get a replay, but we didn't. It went to extra time, and Spurs in that extra time managed to get 3 goals. Tamworth basically fatigued, lost their legs, and feel for them because actually back in the day in the FA Cup third round until very recently, they would have got a replay and it would have been a huge money spinner for them. And I feel for them because they worked incredibly hard. And frankly, last kick of the 6 minutes added time of the 90 minutes, they should have won the game, Tamworth. They had real chances. One that was blocked by Basuma at the near post and then a follow-up from a corner, and the guy makes Kinski make a real save. I'm going to try and start this match reaction with a positive. I genuinely think in Antonin Tony Kinski, Tottenham Hotspur found a goalkeeper who adds about 20. I said it after the Liverpool game. He adds about 25% to our game. He's brilliant with the ball at his feet. So in case you didn't watch the game, Tamworth's big weapon was this guy who has a huge long throw. And so from early in the game, they were throwing it long from everywhere. And Kinski was just claiming everything. He was claiming free kicks and set pieces as well. And then when the ball comes to him at his feet, he's so composed and so calm. And I just think he is a truly excellent young keeper. It's all really exciting with him. But other than that, I have to say, it's all about Tamworth. They were excellent. Tottenham were very one-note, kind of, I think, throughout the game, really just expecting that Tamworth would fatigue and Spurs would score. We only made, I think, 2 chances for me in the 90 minutes. Both fell to Timo Werner, who somehow was still on the pitch when Mikey Moore was in the beginning kind of 25 minutes anyway of the second half. Mikey Moore was the best player on the park for Spurs for me, and I thought, when Ange went to make the substitutions, which I think were about 65 minutes, I was begging him, don't take off Mikey Moore. Please take off Timo Werner, and he didn't. And Werner then, the 2 best chances fell for him. And sure, you might say his pace helped him get in behind the fullback, but he didn't put them away, and that is why it ended up going to extra time. I'll quickly go through what happened in the game. Not a huge amount, to be honest, certainly not in the first half. Tamworth came out the block strongly and made Kinski make a save, tipping it over in the first minute. They started the game well, first 5 minutes, Tamworth. Good stuff from Mikey Moore on the 7th minute on the left-hand side. Found Madders, who had a shot, but it was headed over the bar. Tamworth then hit the post in the 13th minute, but it was a foul called against Kinski from the long throw. And it was kind of like the long throw went all the way through for that hit the post. Good football from Spurs through midfield in the 15th minute led to a left foot shot over the bar from James Maddison. 17th minute, shot from Tamworth, well blocked by Archie Gray. Archie Gray actually is certainly a player who can hold his head up high. Just a wonderful, wonderful player. He's not a centre-half by trade, but maybe he will end up being a centre-half. He reads the game so well. So well. And there was this amazing moment in extra time, actually, where he was just like, fine, I'm going to do it all myself, and drove forward about 80 yards before finding Son on the left. Unfortunately, we didn't score from it, but what a player he is. 22nd minute, Werner pass, tried to find Madders in on goal, but he just put too much in on it. 31st minute, probably the best bit of the half from Maddison. Nutmegged their player outside the box, then just shaped it into the far corner, tipped round the post. Made that note, 35th minute, Kinski again claimed another corner. He's been great. Madders in the box in the 37th minute, tried to pass it into the far corner, but was easily saved. The ball was kind of caught under his feet a little bit. And then just a note in the 43rd minute that I felt Tamworth was stronger in all the 50-50s. And maybe you can understand that. That was the same throughout the game. They had less to lose, Tottenham players not wanting to get injured, etc. But as the game went on and it looked more and more like there could be an upset, Tottenham needed really to go harder into their 50-50s. And they didn't really do that. 48th minute, shot from Madders from a tight angle was well saved to the keeper's right. 54th minute, brilliant from Mikey Moore. Beat 2 men, got a good cross in. Timo Werner at the back actually did the right thing, headed it back across the goal, but they got a defender on the line, clearing it off the line. And then I made note in the 55th minute, Spurs trying to find more regularly now, and a shot over the bar from Porro. Then 58th minute, 2 shots from Tamworth in the box, both blocked by Dragusin and then Gray. And then Dragusin was kind of rugby tackled from a corner from their number 9. I think it was Creaney. They were having a big physical battle all game. They were both booked, actually, for that. And it looked like Dragusin's foot got caught underneath his body, and then he was taken off just before extra time, Dragusin, for Jed Spence. And I wonder if that is like a secondary ankle injury for him. 64th minute, Werner missed that one-on-one. Johnson with a brilliant through ball for that. And then just 1 minute later, Werner had the second best chance, a volley in the box from about 8 yards out, and it was blocked off the line. It came from good stuff on the left between Madders and Reguilon. Reguilon, who played a whole 120 minutes for Spurs. Who would have thought that happened? 66th minute, Tamworth nearly scored from a corner. It went just wide. Kinski, to be fair, didn't look fussed about it. Bergvall and Solanke then came on for Sarr and Moore. 70th minute, Spurs were in down the left with Reguilon. A good cross. Johnson should maybe have scored on the volley. Just hit the side netting. 74th minute, Basuma clearance from our own box. It hit Tonks on his knee and it nearly went over Kinski. He was in a good position to catch it though. Porro then got booked. 78th minute, Porro whacked it across the box from the byline. Deserved a bit of luck to go in off a Tamworth defender or something. Didn't get that luck, but I made a note. Tamworth looked fatigued now. 78th minute, more space and tempo for Spurs. Then nothing really until the 89th minute when Werner could have been in on the left, but he really pussied out of a 50-50. I've written here, joke player, I'm afraid. He really wasn't strong enough there. And then that's in the 6th added minute of extra time, Basuma's block, and then Kinski making an absolutely vital save that stopped Spurs from being probably the biggest upset in the history of FA Cup football. If we'd conceded then, we would have been out of the FA Cup to Tamworth. So it went to extra time and he brought on the big guns. Sonny, Decky and Spence came on for Madders, Werner and Dragusin. The goalkeeper made a save from a Reguilon cross shot in the 92nd minute. Then in the 100th minute, Porro scored the goal. He faked a free kick, looked like he was going to have a long shot, passed it into Brennan Johnson, who had a shot that was kind of blocked. It came into Solanke in the middle of the goal. He got very little on it, but it hit the defender, and it was an own goal. Then 105th minute, shot from Johnson blocked. 106th minute, a good starting position from Kinski. Got to a through ball from Tamworth that could have caused trouble. 106th minute, the second goal, Deki Kulusevski, beautiful crossfield ball from Spence to Son. He slipped in Kulusevski, one touch, and then on his left foot into the bottom right-hand corner. 112th minute, another important Kinski save to his left. That would have been a bad time to concede a goal. And then the third goal, and the goal that made it 3-0. Brennan Johnson, 117th minute. Amazing football from back to front, down from the right back position between Bissouma and Porro and Spence. And then Spence made a run, got forward, got a cross in. It was blocked out by the Tamworth defender. And then just another Tamworth player on the edge of his own box was caught on the ball by, I think it was Kulusevski. And the ball came to Johnson eventually, and he puts it into the middle left-hand corner. And that was that. Tamworth 0, Tottenham Hotspur 3. And yes, look, you have to be in the cup. That's all you have to do. But you know, I was doing the watch along on Chris Cowling's channel, loads of opposition fans getting into the comments, getting Arsenal fans in the chat. Just Tottenham again, kind of getting themselves in a position where it could have been really embarrassing. And I get it. I do. I get it. You just have to find a way to win these games. And in the end, we did. But you can't help but being just a bit like, oh, why always us? The old Mario Balotelli t-shirt. Why always us? But I guess the reality is it's important that we just got into the draw. And yeah, it was an interesting team selection from Ange. I thought he went a bit stronger than I would have expected. But I guess considering they were taken to extra time, even though he played players like Dragusin and Porro, maybe it would have been too dangerous to play the likes of an Alfie Dorrington to start that game. So, look, that's it. We're in the cup. We're in the 4th round. We haven't got past the 5th round for the last few seasons. We seem to always go out in the 5th round to a low league opposition. So we just found our way through it. Let's get into that 4th round, see who we draw this afternoon, and allow ourselves to enjoy some of the other games. I think it's, Arsenal, Man United coming up. And just, thank the Lord we're through to the next round. I was asked during the watch-along to give a smile. I'll give a smirk. We're through, but I can't really give a smile on that performance. I will add this, actually, just before I go. The pitch, the 3G or 4G pitch that Tamworth have, very bobbly. They didn't water it, and I think that helped Tamworth, who were obviously just playing a very long ball game, and Spurs trying to play their game on the floor. So that was another reason why Tottenham weren't able to play their kind of usual attacking Ange ball game. And like I said, we're through, so that's all that matters. That's been my instant match reaction to the Tamworth 0, Tottenham Hotspur 3 game. Make sure you give this video a like. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already.